you never know what's going to be important. For years, I have carted around boxes and boxes of tapes. Tapes that I thought I would never want to watch. Tapes that I said, what value is on these? But this is not a video about how I can't get rid of anything. This is a video about sawdust. Finding value in what you think is a byproduct or something that you might just throw away. See, the sawmills learned that the sawdust that collected on the floor from cutting up wood had value, so many different uses. I have found such great value in being able to use what I made to prove my points, to underline the issues that I'm trying to get across to people, and to try to do it in a fun way, but also to actually bring value to an audience. And I guarantee, whether you have a business or not, there are things in your life that you don't realize have value. I promise you, there's a use for it. So figure out what your sawdust is. And maybe then is stop viewing these boxes of tapes you're carrying as a burden and look at it as a joy. I mean, after all, how could this not be a joy to have?
Just grabbing a little lunch here after shooting another episode of Thrifting with Libby, a web series we do for Goodwill Northern Michigan, going through and finding the best treasures that the different Goodwill Northern Michigan locations have to offer. And actually, I gotta say, of all the things that we make, it's one of my favorite to shoot. There's no take two, take three, you're just capturing it. I love the idea that, I gotta be on my toes, I gotta be on my game. If I miss this, I missed it completely. And it is, 90 degrees today, but it is the perfect 90. Breezy, pretty dry. It is incredible weather, especially after the non-existent spring we've had, so bring it on.
So, what are you worth? I'm working on a proposal right now for a potential client, and I hope they go for it. But I'm confronted with the age-old question, what to charge? The more I do it, the better sense I get of not only what to charge for services, but confidence from having done work that has already yielded positive results. At this point, I can gauge how long things are going to take me to make, but figuring out what to charge for it, that can be tough because it's not just about time, it's about my expertise and about knowing that I can create something that will provide discernible results for them. I find pricing it's kind of like tuning a guitar. You're going a little bit up, sharp, you're going a little bit down, flat, and eventually you land right on the spot that is appropriate for you and appropriate for the client. Because you don't want to price yourself out of work. You have to know your worth, as I said at the beginning of this. But you also have to know what the customer can afford and to find a middle ground where you are happy to do the work for them and give them what they need.
Other than dealing with an overzealous campfire, there's not a lot in common between me and a firefighter. However, there is one spot where our professions overlap, and that is be ready for anything at any time. I just got the green light to go ahead with a new project for a client where we're going to be focusing on the cherry industry. And of course, cherry blossoms showing off their orchard are going to be a big part of the end product. However, it being May, the cherry blossoms have a clock on them. So, signed on the dotted line, skedaddled out of there, and headed up to Sutton's Bay. As a small business owner, planning and organizing is great and important. However, you gotta be ready to chuck all that out the window, slide down the pole, get in the truck, and be ready to fight the fires as they come up, whenever they come up.